What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode here on the Malazan server. And I've had a fair few days off from recording and from Minecraft entirely. Been playing a couple of different games on the PC, mainly RimWorld, and doing other bits and pieces like in real life that I had to get done. But now I'm back here on the server, and unfortunately I did start recording. Now, due to my graphic drivers updating, it sort of messed up the encoding and decoding of the software I use. So a massive section of what I had already recorded for today's episode is completely lost forever. But I'll give you a quick rundown and a quick update. I accidentally killed our parrot back at base using a Riptide enchantment when it was raining, so we need to get another parrot. I also marked out where all of our rails are going to go, and I'd laid all the rails, and I sort of done like a speedy up time lapse of it, or I would have done, should I say. But they're all laid, and I'm now currently on the section of doing the unloaders. Now, I've been running into a bit of an issue here. Now, the situation being is that initially I was going to have the unloaders right here at the end, but as they're coming down the sort of incurve or the slant here, they're coming down at such a pace that the hopper isn't able to pull the item quick enough and send a signal to comparator to turn the rail off to stop it from sending off again, because it's coming in so quickly. And we can't have normal rail going up on the slope because the minecart won't actually make it back up. So I've had to kick all of these guys backwards, and I'm praying that this works, because otherwise I have no idea what I'm meant to do. I've been messing about with this now for around about 20 minutes, half hour. Now, the whole reason that I've actually still managed to, well, that I'm actually capturing this is because I stopped recording because I was having to mess about with this, and when I went to check it, it wasn't there. It didn't encode it or decode it properly. And yeah, so it turned out to be the NVIDIA GeForce Experience automatically updated one of my drivers when it shouldn't have done, so I had to sort of uninstall everything to do with NVIDIA and reinstall an old driver to sort of get it working. And I'm praying to God that this has worked, because otherwise I'm a little bit lost. I hate messing around with the graphics drivers because it's not really my forte. Software, I'm fairly decent at, but when it comes to drivers and that sort of thing, not really on the ball with it too much. We want a torch, and then a block, and then a block on top, and block. And we want a little bit of redstone dust, and then that is going to be powering our powered rail. Oh, that's not a powered rail. That is though. Should be powering that. And then we're going to want normal rail, but this has been really bugging me. Every single time I run a rail going past these ones, it ends up connecting. So, and it's just so annoying. Do that. Bring you back. And then we're going to want these. Now, I'm hoping that this has enough momentum going back to launch it up there, because as you can see where the original chest location was, I've had to end up shifting it all the way back, but we've got absolutely tons of room in here, so it's not really too much of an issue. It was just a little bit of a nuisance having to do it this way. Can we get a hop on minecart? And we can hopefully do a test run to see if this actually works or not. So everyone, please cross your fingers, because I don't need anything else going wrong today. Let's throw some sea lanterns on the track, and maybe some chicken. And I've picked up the sea lantern because I'm a muppet. There we go. And send this guy off. Now, obviously, these ones are unpowered. I'm going to be using these blocks here to unpower and power to stop and start the minecarts. But let's just see if this thing actually works or not. And, oh, it stopped, which is a massive improvement compared to what it done. But now when it takes back off, we need to see if it manages to reach that powered rail. And it does just barely. Ah, oh, thank God for that. We need to double check this and triple check it. So let me do another quick test here. Just throw some random torches. And then let's send you back off. Just to see if it was a fluke or not, because it does happen in Minecraft. You do sometimes just get lucky. But consistently lucky, that's another thing. So it is stopping because it's not coming in at such speed, and it's unloading fine. It's sending off, and it is still just barely reaching. I'm not too sure. Should I try swapping out this one for a powered rail, and hopefully it doesn't increase the speed so much that it ends up messing it up? So if we say throw some of you guys in there, we don't want to do too much because we're going to want to see if it actually sends it back off. So let's just do that. Third, test the charm just to see. That way we don't have to worry about it trying to creep its way back up, and it will just be straight up. But we'll see if it bounces back straight away or not. That actually, it's got a lot tighter to the wall, and it seems to be alright. And then it will reach that powered rail no problem. And then we just got to make sure that this thing actually has none of them items in. So let's grab all of these guys. Them 2 feathers, by the way, are from our parrot on the island. I'm not too sure what to do with them. I don't want to just throw them away because it's our last sort of memory of JP the parrot. So yeah, that's all fine. So it just means that I need to, I said so about 3 times there, didn't I? I need to actually install these going all the way along. We're going to have 5 feet into this side, 5 feet into that side, and then we can finally get started on the actual bamboo farm. So yeah, I'll catch you back in a sec. Alright, so I've managed to get all 10 of these unloaders in place. It took no time at all once I figured out exactly where they was going and how they actually work, after wasting about an hour to an hour and a half trying to fix them. So what we do want to do is actually clear a little bit of our inventory because we are so chock-a-block full of absolute garbage. We are also going to need a bunch of hopper minecarts, I do believe 10, which means we're going to need some more hoppers. We've got chests on us. Yes, we do. Iron should be in this goodies box. We bought a ton of iron down in the shopping district. We bought it from the Diamond and Iron Exchange as opposed to the iron shop because I bought it all before the iron shop was actually there, up and running. What did I just click on? I could have swore that I just made... What? Oh, okay. I thought I clicked on something and I pressed RB, so it switched me over to that and just got rid of half of the recipes. Yep, being an umpty as usual. I do apologise. Let's make a bunch more hoppers, and then we're going to need. Can we get rid of some of this absolute rubbish on us? So, feathers. We're going to want to make a little monument for JP the parrot. What else can we get rid of? Come on, there's got to be garbage on us that we could just sling away. Sticks we don't need. Bit of stone. Scaffolding. That should be fine. And then we want to make 10. Yes, 10 minecarts is what we want to make. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just the right amount of room. And then, oh, what am I doing? I don't know what I've done there, but something bad by the looks of it. I threw something away, and I don't know what. Did I make more minecarts by accident? Okay, let's try this one again then, shall we? Yes, I did. I made 2 more minecarts. That's what just happened. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now we've got 2 spare minecarts. So happy days. Can we blockify any? Thank you. So we're definitely going to need a lot more hoppers than what we've got. But we've got loads of wood from harvesting jungle trees because I wanted the leaves to do in the foliage. So we've got more than enough wood to actually make a ridiculous amounts of chests and hoppers for our furnace array. But that's our 10 hopper minecarts, and let's put all of these guys into place. I still need to sort out obviously switching them off and on. But for now, let's just make sure they're all in place and ready to go. And then I need to try to remember where the markings are for our actual farm borders, because I sort of lost track after doing everything. And number 10. Okay, so let's see, where are we? Let's get some of no. Yep. So we want. It's so hard to tell. We're looking for just normal stone breaking up stone bricks, and it is so hard to tell. So we've got see, all of this here looks like normal stone just because it's the outer perimeter. And stone brick, stone brick, stone brick, stone brick, stone. Looking for stone. And then you've got stone brick, then you've got stone. And then we've got stone there. So that's one farm there, two farms here. And then we should have stone brick, stone brick, stone brick, and then stone. And then we're looking for the next section of stone, which is here. And that's all three of our farms. So that is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All of these should be 10 with an equal distance in between. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome. And then we've got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gap. And a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gap. Beautiful. So we've got these now all lined up so I know what's going where. And in this case now, what I'm going to do is sort of patch these guys up. We're going to be having grass, and the sides we're going to be sort of bordering off and bringing up glass and doing some sort of tree fancy work, but after we've got all of the flying machines in place. So what I actually want to do is mark these guys off, lay all the grass because we want them to grow on grass and not dirt. I just think it will end up looking better, a lot more greener and lush. So I'm going to get all of these in place. I've said that 3 times now, but I'm going for a 4th. And I'm going to get the flying machines done because I've already built them on camera before with you guys. I don't think you're going to be missing much by me sort of fiddling around, getting the linings of them done correctly to make sure that they're perfectly sort of symmetrical from one another. Because if one's off by one block compared to another, although it doesn't really affect the functionality of the farm, it will definitely affect the functionality of my brain while working on it. So yeah, I'm going to crack on and get the flying machines up and get the actual things laid out, and I'll bring you back after that. So I've been hard at it and I've managed to get the 3 flying machines up, and I've also linked up the on mechanism for, oh, did not mean to break you, for switching on the minecarts. And I have lit up this platform, so I'm not too sure if the slime blocks are going to knock over torches or not, but I'll quickly give you a demonstration of how this thing works, and I'll explain to you why I've got 2 separate sticky pistons here. So if we bring one down, bring this, so then the flying machine goes off to one end, and then you've got the return mechanism at the other end. But just to make sure that it doesn't go back off after it comes back, we're just going to fit that one back on. So then it should knock it to the side and then head back this way. And then it should dock back over here. And we've got 3 of them for the 3 separate modules of the farm. And hopefully, pretty much I've been the only one on while I've been building all of this. So I'm not too sure if it's going to cause any sort of lag for anyone else, but I'm fairly sure I'll figure that out at some point or another. Either way, I'm not too fussed having this only run when I'm the only one on anyway, because I tend to be the only one on in the early hours of the day. And the reason why we've got the 2 levers here now, the first set of lever here is that I'm going to be linking that one up to a pressure plate. So that way the flying machines will only actually be active and the farm will actually be harvesting, flying back and forth when I'm standing on a pressure plate. That pressure plate is also going to be linked to the minecarts. So when I am standing on the pressure plate, the minecarts will be going, so will the flying machines. So that way, if I do leave and I forget to turn it off for any reason, it will stop before I, well, hopefully before I manage to leave the area. But I can show you what I've done up over here. Hello, Mr. Squid. If we can find our way back up here. I need to create a better way up and down because it's going to take a lot of work up and down here, and at the moment it's sort of like zigzagging platforms everywhere. But what I've done down here is underneath I've actually linked a redstone repeaters to a redstone torch underneath the rail. So if we just flick this lever, all of the minecarts will actually go off. So if we just head up a little bit, and then we can lean over, and then you'll get the wave sort of function of all the minecarts going back and forth. And then they'll collect all the goodies, bring it back to the unloading stations, 5 and 1 load to this side, 5 and 1 load to the other side, and they'll just go back and forth doing their thing. And then this one, we're actually going to be linking up to a redstone torch tower to a pressure plate, which will also be connected to our flying machines, which I think I've explained already. That way we've got the safety mechanism of it turning itself off if we ever leave the area. Because I'm really bad at doing that. I tend to forget quite often to turn mechanisms off. Like the sorting machine at our storage system, I have forgotten to turn off multiple times, but as for now, I think this is ready to actually have the bamboo put on after we do the little bits and pieces. So we've got some bamboo there, and we are actually going to need glass. Now the plan for this is leaf blocks. Thank you. Yeah, the plan for this is that we're going to want leaf blocks obviously underneath where these slime blocks are, because they're not going to stick to it, and we're going to need the sort of barrier thing just so the slime blocks don't get stuck to anything. And then we're going to want coming across here, so that way it will sort of prevent so much bamboo from going flying off in every direction. And then we're going to have glass walls separating each one. Should we have the glass wall? No, we could probably have the glass wall, or two of the glass walls, separating here. That way we've still got an extra line of bamboo plants that we can actually do. Yeah, I was thinking about having the line gap in the glass, but because the glass blocks at either end, I've got to make sure that the way that it's going, it gets shifted over one in this direction. Is that right? Can we do... Oh, wrong way. Do that. I just need to make sure that it is going to be lining up alright. So that one is lining up fine to there. And then I do believe this one gets shifted over. Yeah, so when it comes back it's going to be up to here. So we could probably have our other line of glass on this section here. So just on the outside of our brick blocks, yep, our same bricks, we're going to have the glass, yeah, it's coming back and forth, I've got to turn it off. We're going to have the glass barriers up on either side. Let's just do both of them up. And then we're going to have leaf barriers just at either end, just to stop the drops from going flying everywhere. And did we place leaves there? Or is that a gap for the observers? That is a gap for the observers, yes. And then that one gets shifted to... Or is it this one that gets shifted? It's this one that gets shifted over, which means we are going to need that 3 wide gap there. And then we can sort of top it off with a load of leaf blocks also, if we can get up there. So we can obviously have our leaf blocks going like so. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do all of this filling out and setting it all up, and then I'm going to lay out all of the bamboo. Then when I'm ready to do the first harvest after it's grown a bit, I'll bring you back for that. Okay, so it's been a good few hours now. I did actually just actually popped out for about an hour or two. I'd go walk the dog and pop to the shops and whatnot, and I sort of left my guy AFK over here, and the bamboo has grown quite considerably compared to how high I thought they were going to grow. I forgot that they actually grow that high, which means we are probably going to have quite a few land on the outer rim, but that's okay. I thought I'd bring you back for the quick first harvest. Now, first of all, we're going to have to get down here in order to activate the minecarts, otherwise all of it's going to go to waste. So let's head on over here. I really need to create a better way to get up and down from here, so yeah. I'm not too sure how I'm planning on doing that, but I haven't linked any of the switches up to pressure plates or anything because I'm not 100% sure on where the actual furnace arrays are going to be going. I know that they're going to obviously be going somewhere down here, but as opposed to where my character's sort of stand-in or AFK spot's going to be, I haven't really worked any of the logistics out with that. But what we can do is send the minecarts off. And Yep, I can hear them all now, so as long as they're not here and they're all doing their rounds, and we can hop on down. This is the way that I've been getting up and down, by the way. And a school of fish just spawned and got them away. Up and down. And then let's see what sort of lag this causes. Now, luckily, it is still just me on the server. I'm not too sure if anyone else has popped on. No gunpowder. Just in case you interrupt our harvesting. I don't know how you would, but just in case. Now, let's go activate each one of these guys. So we want to bring you down. And then bring you down. Let's just see what sort of lag we get. It's not too bad yet, so let's keep the ball rolling on this one. Do that, and do that. And then away number 2. And then we go for number 3. And let's just see if any of the machines get stuck anywhere. Hopefully they don't, and hopefully it all works out alright. We are getting a few bits of bamboo landing on the lower stems of the other bits of bamboo. And obviously that is going to be a lot of bamboo because they grew so high. And this one has not returned, and I wonder why. Let me have a quick look. Why have you not returned, guy? I don't think it's shifted it over, has it? Or, oh, yeah, there we go, there's a problem. Do that. And I think we should be okay if we reactivate it. So, this guy pushes it over. Then, yeah, so we just need to activate this thing here. So, what can we use? The light? Oh yeah, that seems to have done the trick. I don't know why that didn't get stuck before. Considering I tested all 3 of these beforehand and that never happened. But we are getting quite a lot of bamboo flying out all over the place here. So we may have to sort of build up the leaves behind these guys. And as you can see, we've got tons of bamboo sitting on top of the glass, which I thought was going to be the issue. But once this thing's running while I'm AFK below, I don't think that's going to be too much of an issue because we're not going to have it grow that tall. An issue is that it is flying out the back here, which we are probably going to have a look into trying to sort out. But until we, the minecarts can't even keep up with the amount that it's dropping at the moment. So let's see if any of these guys disappear, and the bamboo is growing back more than quick enough. So it doesn't look too bad. Flying machines are all still running by the looks of it. Got bamboo. How much bamboo? Wow, I've got tons of it from where it's been flying out. So yeah, I think I'm not too sure what we can do as a solution for it kicking it so far back. The only thing I can think of is putting leaves coming out the back here, encasing it. And then that way, hopefully, it will either glitch through the slime blocks as it's pushing, and then the slime blocks will then kick it back that way. Okay, sorry about that quick cut. I was planning on telling a lie and saying that someone was knocking on the door or something, but to be honest with you, I mashed up my words so badly that I ended up just completely giving up, and I was like, oh no, you know what, that's it. I'm just going to make a cut here. So yeah, hopefully it transitions well. I don't think it will. But I'm running around here seeing just what sort of loss we're getting by the bamboo getting shot out everywhere. And we are... Yeah, it's not crazy amounts until we see what sort of return we've got coming below. So if we hop on down here, we go back over to this way. Let's just have a look to see what we are getting. Making sure that all of the unloaders are working correctly as well. Should be a good plan of action. Let's hop on up here. I'm assuming these guys are all unloading. I'm assuming because of that big harvest straight away that, yeah, so a few of them are going to be stuck there waiting. And let me just hop on down to here. It's going to be hard to tell just how much we get from that one run because it's going to involve me having to wait here for about 5 minutes, which I don't think you actually want to do with me. Because it's all just feeding slowly through. But we've got that in that chest. We should... Oh, okay. We should have roughly an equal amount in the other one. There's a way up here. We will find it. Okay, and Yeah, roughly about the same amount. So the rates of it seem to be pretty good. Let's try and get this Enderman because they keep on nicking my grass. And then we'll make them come in the water with us. Come on. Yeah, they keep on nicking patches of grass and bringing it down here, which is really frustrating. And my TV's giving me the warning sign because it's been on for longer than 4 hours. And get lost. Ha! Go on, Enderman. Can I not get stuck under here? Must be a thing. Thank you. And we've got a creeper and a spider. I thought a mob proof down here, but clearly not well enough. Now, we are running very short on time, so this project for now is going to be it for today's episode. But what I did want to run past you guys before I end today's episode is I got a little bit bored the other day and I was sort of just going through the store and checking out the different texture packs and whatnot. And there was one that I came across that I actually really like, and there's a few aspects of it which I don't like, and there's a few. That is my alarm to tell me that we are out of time, but I'm going to ignore that for the second. There was some mod pack that I do like, and there are certain aspects of it which I'm a little bit dubious about. Now, if I was playing primarily on the Windows 10 version, then I would honestly just make up my own texture pack, because it's not overly difficult to do, especially if you can access the files of texture packs that you've already got, and you can just sort of pick and choose the blocks that you want from each texture pack, which is easy enough to do. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to load it up in a texture pack that I do like, and I'll see what you guys think of it.